What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Sean J coming to you live and direct with another video. Today's topic of conversation is my experience being the only black student in class. Story time. Story time, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I'm just gonna go over my whole experience as mainly in elementary, what I had to go through and all that stuff I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad, but I'm gonna tell you my experience, man. Especially living in Salt Lake, right? I'll tell you my experience. Let's get to it. So the first question is, the first time it hit me. When did I notice I was the first black student, the one and only black student in class? Well, let's get to it, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta understand, I'm in elementary. When you're that young, you do notice. Okay, let me back it up. So my niece is 12 years old and she's in 6th grade. I think she's in 6th grade right now. So looking at her, I'm saying, like, I can't remember the first 3 years of school, of elementary, and I stuck to the school the whole 6 years. I can't remember kindergarten. I have no remembrance of kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, maybe even 3rd grade. Maybe 3rd grade on up. Yeah, okay, maybe 3rd grade on up. But when you're that young, when you're really that young, when you go to school as a black kid, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm the only black kid in here. You're gonna look around and be like, okay, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're so young, she's just like, okay, I'm different than the others. You notice that. But my thing was, it really hit me. The joint really hit me really bad is when Black History Month came in February. Came and went. Every Black History Month was throughout elementary was traumatizing, bro. My very first time, listen, guys, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Thinking back at it, man, like, I remember the very first time we watched something on Black History, right? We're learning about the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and all of them. And first the teacher turned off the lights first, so it was all dark in class. And I'm the only black kid in there. You put two and two together, traumatizing, right? Watch this. Turn off the lights in class. Turn it on, put a videotape in a VCR, yeah, back in the day. This is elementary. This is back in the early 90s, mid 90s. Put that joint in there and we watched. What I seen look at this, all of the eyes. What I seen on that joint was like, man, I'm seeing black people getting, for the first time now, only black kid in class. I'm seeing for the first time black people getting sprayed down with hoses, getting bit by dogs, like dogs getting sicked on them, all that stuff, man. It was traumatizing. It really was. I'd never seen that before. So after the video, and plus after they turned off the lights, and I noticed, wait a minute, you can't see me. You know what I'm saying? I just disappeared, and you get nervous, and you're just like, man, what, damn, okay, what's all this? I knew I was different because I had black skin, but it never really was like, okay, it never really, oh, you're black. I knew I was black, but it's kind of hard to explain. I put it like this, guys. I walked through my apartments one day, right? This is back in 2016. I was walking back to my apartment, all right? I seen this black kid, and the kid was African. I think it was a little girl. They probably was like 3 or 4 years old. I'm probably more than that, like 5, 6, 7 years old. And I just knew the kid, she was from Sudan, or at least Sudanese. The real dark. They're black. She was Sudanese. Guess who she was playing with? She was playing with a white kid. And I thought that was so beautiful because obviously this white kid was not or hasn't been taught racism, because that's where it all starts. It starts in the household. Racism was taught. Racism is taught. It's not you wake up one morning and you're racist. No, that shit is taught when you're young. It's taught when you're young. So when I seen that, it's like, wow, that's a beautiful sight. I never seen that before. They playing like they don't see color, bruh. They didn't. That white kid never looked at her and was like, oh, okay, you're dark. Like, you're really dark. I can't even see. No, they're innocent. They don't see color like that. It was nothing like that. They were just playing, they're having a good time. So me being the first black kid in class, me being the only black kid in class, I knew I was different, obviously. I mean, my hair texture was different. My skin tone was different, but it didn't really hit me until we started getting into the civil rights movements and watching these slavery movies. Look, my eyes all in your eyes. These slavery movies as a little kid, bro. I'm like, I was my nephew's age. My nephew's like 5 or 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old, bro. We watching this, man. It was trauma. I'm like, man, I just can't do it, man. I think we read one book and watched a book. I watched the movie. I can't remember if I remember what it was called. It's called Huckleberry Finn. I don't know if any guys heard that. Put it in the comment section if you've heard of Huckleberry Finn. I swear that movie has like a slavery in it or something like that. Like it has some stuff to do with slavery, if I remember correctly. If I'm don't remember correctly, my bad. But Huckleberry Finn, I remember watching that mess, man. Only black kid in class now. Only black kid in class. I'm like, man, oh snap. I hated it with a passion. With a passion. The question is, how did it make me feel? Man, every time they put on a video, it made me feel anxious, bro. I was anxious. They turned off the light for one. And I'm the only black kid in the class. You can't see me now. You can't see. You know what I'm saying? They turned the lights off for one, and for two, they putting on a video that shows my people we getting treated less than an animal, bro. So it really messed with me, man. I ain't gonna lie about it. It made me stronger at the end of the day, but you know, it definitely did mess with me. It definitely did mess with me, man. I ain't gonna shit you not, nigga. Like that was hard for me, man. All throughout elementary. All throughout elementary, bro. Next question. Did anyone say or do anything that made it more obvious? I've had one incident. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I've only had one incident through all of my experience in elementary. And like it was yesterday. We're going out to break recess, right? We're going out to recess. We had this bridge that connected the school, so we're walking over the bridge. We're heading out to recess, right? This little white boy, right? I still remember his name to this day because this is the first time. Excuse me. This is the first time I've heard the word from a white person or whatever, right? His name is Gordon. Now that name alone, you're like, okay, Gordon, right? He's a little white boy. He reminded me of a hillbilly. He looked real nerdy, big old head, big forehead. Like he looked like a straight up hillbilly, bro. Straight up. He looked like a straight up hillbilly. But anyways, I remember when he called me nigger. When I first heard that word come out of somebody's mouth, nigger. That was the very, very, very first time. And what did I do? I start swinging on him. That's the only thing that came to mind. I start swinging on him, bro. Until that day, after that day, he ain't ever called me out my name or nothing like that ever again. He avoided me, all that shit. Like I put it down. I was like, I ain't putting up with none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't messing with me again after that. But yeah. I mean, I had some really good white friends in school. I've even had an Asian dude. He's not a dude, but Asian kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, still remember his name, Adam. His parents had money. They had that money. They're talking the 90s now. It's off the story. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But he invited me to his birthday. Me and like 5 other kids from his class. I'm gonna show you this because this dude was balling. Like his parents were balling, bro. Man, we go to Adam's birthday. His name is Adam Ho. We go to his birthday, right? Mom picks, I don't know, I can't remember what kind of car she picks up in, but it was a nice car. She shot up right up there by the Capitol. They lived up there in a big old house up there by the Capitol. This is Salt Lake City. If you live in the avenues up in there in Capitol, you got bread. This is the 90s, bruh. Their house, white floor, like portraits of the family, huge, big old, man. They had flat screen TVs. They had Nintendo 64. They had a waterbed. I mean, they were balling. But I had to show you that. I had to share that story. But Adam was cool, man. Adam was a cool cat. I never looked at Adam like, oh, he's my Asian friend. Nah, man, we young, bro. He was my friend before he was my Asian friend. If that makes sense. He was my friend before he was my Asian friend. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. I got these notes, guys. We're almost there. Dealing with stereotypes, okay. Being expected to be good at sports or dance. Now, you gotta understand we young. So I didn't really have a bunch of right friends like that until I really got into elementary. Cause I was all the people around me were black because I was raised in church at that time. And so I've seen white people before. Yeah, of course. You know, this is America. This is Utah. Come on now. I'm just saying, like, the kids didn't expect me to dance like Michael Jackson. They probably even heard of Michael Jackson. We young. This is like early 90s. We like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect me to cross them over at on the basketball court and breaking ankles. And no, they keep in mind we young. Sean's my friend. Sean's not my black friend. Sean's my friend first before he's black. And that's how I looked at them. Oh, it's not my white friends. He's just we young, bro. We don't know. We're innocent. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, I excelled with all that stuff. With all the with all the sports and everything. I was really good. I was really good at sports and everything. So like, I don't know if you guys remember, put it in the comment section if you remember either Records Day in elementary, it's called Records Day, or Field Day, where it's like the Olympics. Like everybody in your class, everybody in school is literally competing with each other on different things like 50-yard dash or doing sit-ups. Those two I do remember I did and I excelled at. But long story short, I won 6 awards, bruh. 6. More. I won more ribbons. Yeah. I won more ribbons than anybody in my class or anybody in the other classes. I won the most awards, bro. I do remember I was really good at track. I was good at, the 50-yard dash. I was the fastest, had the fastest time in the whole school. I did the most sit-ups. Those are 2 I can't remember. I can't remember the rest. I remember my boy Tyson. I was a skinny little kid, so I tried to arm wrestle him. I tried to take my shot at that. I couldn't beat him with that. Hey, he had me on that. I couldn't beat him on that arm wrestling joint, but I think he won an award on that, ribbon on that. But yeah, I was good with that. And my whole experience in elementary, those were one of the best times of my life, man, was in elementary. I enjoyed my childhood. I'm not going to lie to you. My childhood was very good. That between school and going to the Boys and Girls Club, like I met Karl Malone. I did Shot with a Cop. If you guys know what that all that, I'm just a little kid now. Shot with a Cop. They pick you up in a fire truck. They let you drive the fire truck down the road while you know what I'm saying. They took me to Walmart and we went on a $100 shopping spree. I did that as a young kid. The $100 shopping. I met Karl Malone. Me and like 5, 6 kids, we got to be Karl Malone. This is how I formed the Boys and Girls Club. So my childhood was great. I can't complain for Nathan, man. I really can't. I can't complain for Nathan. But other than, you know, just being the only black kid in class and having to endure all, you know, how I felt about seeing all the, you know, what I seen on the films. Being a kid was great. It was good. High school, elementary was great too. Yeah, Gordon. Yeah, I beat up Gordon and make sure he never talked to me like that again. He never talked to me like that again. Yeah. So next one would be: would you stay? What would you say to others in a similar situation? What would I say to others in a similar situation? Listen, this, like, going through what I've been through, you will build a bunch of strength and a bunch of resilience, man. You're gonna become very resilient. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, and as you get older, you're gonna be able to converse or talk or move with different people, all different people of different colors, races, nationalities. I'm cool with everybody, like Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? What Snoop say? I rock with everybody. That's what Snoop says. He rocks with everybody. He don't look at the race. Oh, I don't mess with him, or I don't mess with that group over there. No, Snoop rock with everybody. I rock with everybody, bro. I ain't got nothing against nobody. Cool with white folk, cool with black folk, Mexicans, Polynesians, all that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's people that I don't like in every category I just listed. I've came across people in real life, but I rock with everybody, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say, you know. But if you're going through this, whether you're in elementary, junior high, high school, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a stronger person, and you're going to learn a lot more than you would just hanging around with your own peoples. You know what I'm saying? Your own black folk, being on your own black folk, because there's more than just your own black peoples. You know, we have a whole world out here. Everybody's beautiful. They're beautiful in all races. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's my story, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked it. Yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.